Alright guys, so today I wanted to go over this video. I considered just like uploading it, but it's only a minute and 52 seconds. And the reason why is because of where I'm going to get it. So I'll let you see this real quick. But this is deep ocean out here. This is not shore. This is not like sandy beach, obviously, but it's deep immediately after these rocks. It drops off to, I have no idea how much, but it's deep. You can Google Earth it. It's Schoodic Point. But, so these rocks here, and this is kind of why I'm doing it in this format rather than just posting it and putting words on it, is because I have to explain all this. So if you're not there, then you don't know how high up these rocks are. So this rock, let's say this right here, if I were to put my feet right here, this would be maybe like my knees right here is about the distance. This right here is about 2 feet. If I could stand up over here, like this is kind of a cove, so the water tends to go low, up as the waves come in. You can see it's a little higher up here. But over here, you can kind of see where the level is, and then when water comes in, you can see where it is here. This tip right here is below my hips if I were to stand down here. This is between 2 and 3 feet on the edge here, and then I just backed up a little bit just to be safe, because you can see right here the waves when they come in. It's not a very smart place to be getting footage from, but I don't know how many times people tell me, oh, you're clearly 200 feet above the ocean's surface. No. None of my footage, well, some of my footage does come from that. I don't tend to post that stuff because that's more for fun. And when I do post it, I say just for fun. I don't say distance testing. It's camera testing for fun. These shots, no, that I get for actually testing if I can see things, which you can see in the background, I get as low as I possibly can. And it's really hard sometimes because of the coast of Maine is not the greatest place to get this footage from. But so I am using my, what was it called? Like the Gorilla tripod, that kind of like wraps around and you can move it. I never have my camera set more than like 2 feet above. So, between that, and then I scoot it up about a foot just to avoid this. You can kind of see. And then I'll tuck in here and set it down on kind of this rock right here. It kind of comes back and extends a little bit right here. So from this one to this one, it's about another foot. And then my camera 2 feet. So technically I'm right about 5 feet. If I could stand here, my eyes, by the time I set this down, right here, if I could stand there, my eyes would probably be right around here. It's like right around 5 or 6 feet. It's hard to tell, but that's further out. But right here, you can kind of see. If I were to stand right here and stand up, I'd be pretty tall right here because these are short rocks. I'm putting it at a max elevation of 6 feet for air purposes. So at least 6 feet, that's fine. Oh, and I didn't even get the photos for the math. Hold up just a second. Is it recording? Yes, it is. Okay, cool. That's weird. All right. So I don't know how to, I know how to do this on my phone. It's easy to flip it around. I don't know how to flip it around in here. But you can use this little distance, measure distance and area. I'm over here. This is Schoodic Point. And right around in here. So you can do this and measure out to these islands. So we'll do for fun. Let's see. Well, you can see that sometimes the water comes up even higher. This is not a very smart place to be hanging out. That's cool. All right. So the first island is a super circle island. You'll see it on the farthest right from coming from this direction, looking this direction. This is on the right, and then these are on the left, and then this is in between. So to Baker Island is 9 miles. I can't see the lighthouse because the lighthouse is hidden by trees. It's a very short lighthouse. It's not a typical lighthouse like the Pettit Mandan one that I typically go for. Yeah, you can't see that without getting great elevation because it's a tiny lighthouse and it's covered in trees. So that one's about 9. Out here, this is Little Duck. It's 14 miles. Great Duck, 15 in the middle. All the way to the other end of it would be 16, right? Then between Baker and Little Duck, you can see another island. So if we go further, we see that the little island that we see, and you'll actually see it because you'll see this part and it'll separate out and have like a little cove here. Then you'll see this part as well. So you can tell which island it is by the shape of it as well. This is 20 miles away. So we got a max distance of about 20 miles from my point. Let's see if I can get rid of that. So that's what we're looking at. Now, if we want to go to, let's see if we can find the easiest one. Trying to type around my microphone. All right. Is it that one? Yeah. So we're going to give it a max of 6 just to be safe. But even then I could put it higher and it would still be a problem, but whatever. So Baker Island is 9 miles away. It's 9.1. No, it's 9.01, sorry, for the shore. So 24 feet before we watch this video. Baker Island, 24 feet. Okay? Little Duck is 14. 80 feet. Okay? 80 feet of Little Duck. What about Great Duck? At 16 miles to the furthest shore, and we'll say 15 because part of it's 15 miles away. 96 to 112 feet should be hidden. The maximum elevation on Great Duck Island is 73, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I have my files up. Oh, this is my videos. I don't need that. Great Duck elevation. 76 feet, okay? And that is hard to tell what I'm looking at there, but maximum elevation is 76 feet. The island next to it is shorter than that. Watch. Let me show you what we're dealing with. Okay? This is what we're dealing with. Maximum here, 76. This is Great Duck, this is Little Duck, this is Baker. This is 9 miles, this is 14, this is 16. And then even further back in the distance is Frenchboro, which is Long Island, Maine. This and this shouldn't even be in my camera at all because of how short they are. They should be over the curve completely. And yet, let's go take a look at our footage. Oh, let's do the other one real quick. So Frenchboro was 20. So let's do 20 miles. 192. And just for fun, okay, if I was at 10 feet and 16 miles away, it's still, the islands are too short to be visible no matter what you do here. And I am as low as I can possibly get. It's about 5 feet, 6 feet. 6 is totally maximum, but because I could stand there and see my camera. But yeah, go out there and do it yourself. Trust me. It's kind of scary with those waves because the tides come and go, and it's hard to keep an eye on it. But so you can already see it. You can see it with the naked eye. You can't really see, you can kind of see Long Island with the naked eye. And you can kind of see it here too because this is Baker. This is Long Island. This is, I believe, it's hard to tell from here. I'm about to zoom in. This is, I think, the tip of Long Island, the one that comes in and then comes out. And then this is Little Duck and this is Great Duck. So let's zoom in. Baker. Yeah, the lighthouse is like somewhere up here, but it's tucked under trees. And here's the shoreline. In one of my other videos, you see me get really close to this shoreline. And you can see all the way down to the bottom. All right? Perfectly. No problem whatsoever. Yeah, you can kind of see it here too. So it is a windy day. We got a lot of water, but you can still see the shoreline here. And if you look at my other videos, I have it even clearer on a clearer day from the same spot. So behind Baker, between Baker and Little Duck, that is Long Island. That island is 20 miles away. And this is why I'm doing it in this format, because my zooming in and out is quick. I did it super quick in a minute, 2 minutes, whatever, because I didn't feel like dying. I was watching the waves, timing the waves. And when the waves kind of calmed down a little bit, I hopped down and took this. So that, and then you can see the, hopefully it doesn't play. Yeah, you can see the little portion that comes out. So you got Long Island, curves in a little bit on the map and comes back out to where you can see right here. You can still kind of see. It's hard to tell, but it's 20 miles away. Okay. The most impressive ones are the ones that have no elevation, though. Like Little Duck right there. Come on. Let's see where I'm at. Still trying to catch that island there. I believe that was Baker. Come on. Go back over to... I want to see if I get... I know I zoomed in at one point to Little Duck and Great Duck. But I did it quick. So there's Little Duck. There's Great Duck. Come on, go over. Oh, I must have only done... Alright, so I had to grab another file. From the same place. From these rocks. It's hard though, because I always do this as quick as possible. But you can see here, once again, Baker, Long Island, Little Duck, Great Duck. So this would be Little and Great Duck. So the top of that island. And then we got a little bit of distortion because of the water. But this is 76 feet in elevation. And I think in this one, yeah, I went up about 2 feet on this one. This was before I jumped down a little bit. So this is probably, it's still pretty much the same spot, but I had it lifted, not below because of the waves. So I had it lifted up about 2 more feet. So we're still under the 10 foot. And at 10 feet, we had 96 feet should be gone. And yet, let's see. Here they come. Is it that one? No, where is it? There we go. Yeah, that's Great Duck that I was zoomed in on. So this is Great Duck. Not the greatest footage for this day. We always have distortions. We always have atmosphere to deal with. And then we have the water to deal with. So there are days I go out and I get better footage. And there are days that I can go out and it looks like this, but it still shouldn't look like that at all. Because you can still see, this is Baker. You can still see Long Island, Great Duck and Little Duck. So That's what I captured. I'm gonna keep going out and keep trying to get clearer and clearer footage, but it's always gonna be dependent on the day. I mean, you can see just how gray all this is. It's filled in with so much atmosphere, so much spray from the ocean. Which in my other video, what was it, like waves eating Pettit Mannin Lighthouse? You can still see that island from 9 miles away, but the waves were massive because items in the foreground, smaller objects in the foreground, hide larger objects in the background. So that's what we're dealing with. Water in the foreground can hide a portion of an object, which is why I do these tests, which is why I try to find things that should be impossible to see, because if you can see them, then, and you shouldn't be able to see them, then you have a problem. And no, this is not a mirage. No, objects don't jump. I could hop in a boat and go there. There was a guy that did the Mirage. I think Rob Skiba did it. The one that has the Chicago. Oh, it's a mirage. What you see here is a mirage. He hopped in a boat. Was like, hey, let's see if we can track this mirage all the way to the actual object. He hopped in a boat, put it on camera, and went across the water. And yeah, that was the Chicago skyline. You guys got to get over it. Like, objects don't jump miles up. This isn't very far. This is 16, and then 20. My maximum is here is 20 miles for Long Island. But theirs is longer. There's so many tests out there that are so much longer. And honestly, like, if they would just leave the skies alone, if they would not spray, if I could get some calm days, I would probably be able to see a lot further. But I do deal with a lot of atmosphere issues over here in Maine. And then, of course, the ocean itself is always full of waves. So, but that's it for this. I just wanted to show you guys my recent capture. So the last one was me catching. I mostly wanted to focus on this island back here. I want to focus on Long Island because that is 20 miles and I want to get good footage of it. So it's between these two. But we'll try. I feel like I bought the 950. I feel like the Nikon P950 went back a step, perhaps. I don't know. Maybe the 1000 would have been better. But I was on a budget, so I got what I got. I'm sure I'll upgrade from time to time, but use telescopes, use whatever you got to use, get what you can, go out there and zoom in, see how far you can see. Get as close as you can to the water. I do have, let's see if I have any more real quick to play with. I don't think I have anything scary on my desktop that I have to care about. All right. So that day, I did get some from higher up, but I didn't check the elevation on that. That one was more like 15 feet. Wherever it is. Yeah, this one. You can hear the wind, my goodness. So this is a little bit further over to the left of where I was standing in the other one. This is where I typically hang out just to look, check out the sky, see if it's worth trying. So this is about 15 feet. This is my 15-foot elevation spot. I'm curious. So you can still see duck. Let me see. 15. Let's see. What happens if we go 15 to great duck? It's still 84. So it's still more than... Oh, where'd it go? This one. But you can see what happens, though. When you zoom in, if you get away from the waves that obnoxiously destroy your view... Oh, I didn't focus on this one. Sorry, guys. Maybe I have one where I focus. I don't know. But from a little higher up, you can get rid of some of the issue of the waves and see the islands better. You can see them with the naked eye. You can see this one with the naked eye, which is 20 miles out. I am curious, though. I want to see elevation of Long Island, Maine. Let's see if it'll give us an elevation. Elevation 14. I don't think so. That can't be max elevation. It's larger than that, I think. Let me see. Did I hit the wrong button? Yes, I did. All right. What if we did Frenchboro? Yeah, this is the one I could never find. Let's just do this. Yeah, it's got a little bit of height to it. Yeah, it's got some mountains. But the interesting thing is you can still see from mountains down. It comes up and then it comes down. You can still see some of the lower parts of it. I wish I could get someone's got to be able to tell me. Let's see. I'm going to pause this real quick and see if I can find it so I don't have to do too much. All right, so finally found a good place to get a map. So we were Winter Harbor here in Schoodic. Over here is Frenchboro, Long Island. That's the island that we will see, or that we saw. So, excuse me. The max elevation you can see here, the white point here, is 213 feet. 213 feet, 155 at a 15-point viewing spot, and we'll give it the 6 feet. So the top of it should be visible. Tiniest top of it, a small portion of it. But if you look at this map, the majority of it, and especially this spot over here that you end up finding, 90s, 99, 99, 60, I can't see that. Oh, those are trees. Okay, I thought it was saying a number. It won't let me zoom in any further. So this is right on the edge. This is the darker green areas, so 30, 40 feet. You definitely shouldn't be able to see that. You really shouldn't be able to see hardly any of this, but a tiny, tiny little tip, because even this light green area is under. Even the yellow is under. Let me see, what was it? 192. So pretty much anything red and out, you shouldn't be able to see. From where I'm looking at, I should see a tiny little tip right here. Not all that. I can see literally, come on, load, Baker, Little Duck, Great Duck, and Frenchboro from Winter Harbor, Schoodic Point over here. Oh, and here we go. Can I get rid of that and save my max? So you know I'm not full of crap. This is where it actually has elevation up here in the parking. I was way down here. And look what happens when we go down here. Yeah, I'm way down here. So thank you, Matt, for proving that I'm not full of crap with my elevation. All the way down at the edge. Let's be real. So I think that should cover it. I'm just going to touch this up real quick for you again. So this is the 15-foot elevation. You can see. Like this right here is the tip that's like 213? That's all I should see. I shouldn't see the rest of this, especially not this part of the island over here. And then we have the, oops, Let's double check this one again. Pause it. Because this one, my focus was that island, and this is 6 feet. So we'll zoom to the left, and what do we see? You can see pretty much all of it. You can see the entire line. See if I can see the other portion of it. And then, yeah, there you go. See, because this is going to end up being a little duck. So this is the other part of the island right here. It's a little lower and it's got a little more distortion because of the water, but this should not be visible for sure. Most of this shouldn't be visible. I should only see like this tiny little tip right here, but I can see pretty much the whole thing. And if I had zoomed in and I had a clear day and I had no atmosphere and I had impossibly perfect conditions, I guarantee you could zoom in on that shore. And I'm going to keep trying because some days will be clearer than others, but it doesn't matter. At 6 feet, this is ridiculous. I should not be able to see all that. Not to mention great duck and little duck. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Go out there, test for yourself. Don't believe anybody on the internet, not even me. Go look. Go try it. Go do all these tests that we keep telling you guys to do. Peace out.